Kaze everyone, so today we're doing like a time capsule thing. This video is addressed to my 32-year-old. So right now I'm 27. So I'm doing a 5-year time capsule video. I got this video idea from Niesha K. She's I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but she's a lady trucking. She's a lady who does trucking. But anyways, let's go ahead and do this time capsule. 5 years from now, I'll be 32. You'll be 2022. It'll be 2027. Do I feel like I'm getting old? No, 32 is not that old. I feel like 32 is kind of like a prime year, like you're in the middle, you know. I consider 60 years old. So if you're 30 something years old, then you're right in the middle. You still got some grace in you, I guess. So I'm gonna be doing this while I work. I'm cutting on my labels for my soaps, these little cigar wraps. So yeah, let's do this time capsule. So I'm gonna be asking a few questions to my older self, God willing that, you know, I'll be able to look back at this video 5 years from now and be able to respond to this video. Hopefully YouTube will still be a thing. I'm not sure how. I mean, it's been a thing for a while, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna continue being a thing. But what I'm saying is I hope I'll still be on YouTube making business related videos, documenting my the progression of my business, or the journey of my business. So I'm gonna ask a few questions in regards to my business, marriage, kids, mental health, you know, things like that. Nothing too major. I guess I almost cut the logo thing. But yeah, well, let's get started with how are you doing right now? Like, how are you? How are you? How are you? Umetse gute? You know, do you... I'm not gonna say are you happy where you are at this moment. I think happiness can be defined in so many ways. But are you okay at where you are right now? And that's not regards to anything materialistic. I'm asking, like, how are you mentally, spiritually, and physically? Have you gained more weight? Because obviously you are gaining weight. I mean, obviously I'm gaining weight at this point. But I'm asking you, are you still gaining weight, or have you lost weight? I know that sounds kind of superficial, but this is me, so I'm asking myself those questions. How is your marriage life? How are your kids? With an S? No, just one. Anyways, right now I have a daughter. She's very precious and very precious. and very precious. Anyways, I do plan on having more kids in the future, God willing. But I'm asking you, did you move on with that plan of having more kids? If you're 32 right now, 5 years from now, maybe you could have had 2 more kids if you'd liked. But let me know. Let me know what your, children, you know what? I don't like calling children kids because a kid is a goat baby. So my kids ain't a goat. I said my children's or my child is not a goat. So I'm gonna stop myself from using that word kid. So I'm gonna use the word child or little one or any of those words. But anyways, how are your children or child if you decided not to have more? Because my plan is to have as many as I can. And I don't mean popping out one every year. No, that's not what I mean. Have as many as I can physically before I hit 40. Because I'm not trying to have kids in my 40s. Let me know if that plan has changed. So how are your children? How are they doing? How is our daughter doing? That's my only child right now. Is she getting along with the other children? If you decided to have more. But anyways, how are you mentally? How are you spiritually? Like, are you growing with God? Are you spiritually growing, or have you, I'm not even gonna say it because it's not an option to not grow spiritually. So I'm gonna keep asking that. Have you grown spiritually? Are you reading more? And when I say reading more, it could be reading the Word of God or any other inspirational books or, whatever kind of books. Honestly, I feel like it'll be a waste of time if you are reading other books rather than the Holy Book. I don't want to sound like one of those Christians who are always talking about God, but seriously, if you are reading other books, that means you're devoting your time and effort on something else rather than God. Even if it is some books about someone who was a born again, I'd rather you focus on the Bible and get to know God a little more. Because right now, my relationship with God, I'm not going to say it's rocky, but my relationship with God right now could improve a little more. But so I'm asking you if that has improved. How is your mental health? Are you taking care of yourself? I know having a child, or in this case, having children, could, get a little stressful sometimes because now you're taking care of someone else rather than yourself. Are you taking care of yourself mentally, mental-wise? And usually, right now, how I take care of myself mentally is, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but working in this room, in this soap room, coming in this room every once in a while, make new soaps, create something new that I don't already have. Now I don't do that quite often, but not just creating something new, even to just sit and organize and go through my things, it kind of gives me a little bit of a refreshment. And makes me feel a little bit more not organized per se, but because this room is always a little bit messy, so kind of gives me a little bit of, I don't know how to explain it, but it just freshens up my mind a little bit more. Spending time with my friends and family, going on dinners with my friends, spending time with my mom, as she spends time with my daughter, going outside for some fresh air, to the park, to museums, to, you know, sightseeing different places. It doesn't have to be in another state or anything. Just, what else? Getting your hair done is also part of my mental health. Taking care of my plants and gardening. Oh my goodness. Speaking of gardening, I hope and I pray that you have a garden at least by now. Like, you should have a garden with like edible plants, not just those plants used to just decorate your house or, you know, produce fresh air in your home, but like edible plants that you actually eat. My plan has always been to be more self-sustainable, but that hasn't been easy for us as a family. But hopefully 5 years from now, I could at least be working towards that, like at least have a garden and know how to plant certain things, what time to plant certain things, you know, what different plants are, edible plants, of course, like veggies and fruits. Fruits not so much, because that requires growing a whole tree. But why are your plants on gardening? Are you gardening? Do you have your own garden? Is it in the backyard? Is it I hope it's like your own garden, because right now you plan on doing like a community garden thing. So do you have your own garden? And are you learning? I mean, are you already a pro at gardening and planting things? Not learning, because right now I'm learning to plant and, you know, learning about different plants and herbs and, you know, fruits and all those stuff. So 5 years from now, you should know how to plant them. You should know how to water them, when to water them, what kind of soil they need, how far deep they need to be planted, etc., etc. So how's your gardening thing going? I hope it's going well. I hope you're a professional gardener at this point. I hope you're a farmer at this point, you know. But yeah, also my plan 5 years from now, I want to have yeah, that goes with the gardening, like, you know, having your own home and being able to modify certain things around your home without anyone's permission. So hopefully 5 years from now, that plan has been put to action or has passed. But how, like, what kind of home do you live in? What kind of home decoration? I'm very much into home decors. I would rather spend my money on a home decor than clothing. I hope you're still the same way, because honestly, to me, fashion is it's not my priority. Having a comfortable home where I have things that I like, where I have it looking a certain way that I want is a priority, because that's where I spend most of my time. So fashion to me was never my priority or my interest. I mean, I put on clothes, but I don't put much effort into like what's going into it, you know, like the latest trend or designers. I think it's a waste of money, because everything to me is an investment. So I don't want to invest into something that's constantly changing and that's not pleasing me. You know, there are some people who do invest in it and it actually brings returns, but I don't want to, you know, invest in something that's just gonna keep taking and not returning anything, you know. And for me, if you're not a top influencer, like if you're not getting paid to wear a certain outfit, then you're wasting your money on fashion. Because who are you trying? I mean, you're you know, you feel good wearing new clothes, wearing a new outfit, but you know, always spending your money on it, that's not my thing. Especially if it's not returning anything, you're not getting paid to wear a new outfit. That outfit is not free, you bought it with your own money. So no, fashion is a terrible investment, especially if you're not a top influencer who's getting paid to wear certain things. But if you are getting paid to wear certain things, then you know, kudos to you. But anyways, I was talking about home. Yeah, I invest in my home. I'd rather buy like a new plant to go in the house than a new outfit to wear for several months. I know that plant is probably gonna die in a couple years. Years, I'm telling you, not just a couple months. Because in a couple months, you're gonna want a new outfit. But, you know, in a couple months, I probably want a new plant. But still, it's not the same thing, because at least that plant is benefiting me in some way, you know. But anyways, that was a terrible example. That was a terrible illustration, but I was just saying I'd rather spend money on home stuff and my child than me. So I hope that's still the same 5 years from now. I hope you're still doing the same, you know. But yeah, did you decorate the home how you want it? Are you comfortable in it? You know, do you feel like you can spend years in a house without bothering to go outside? Or, you know, like if you're at peace in your home and you're comfortable and you're cozy, then that's good. That's good enough. That's better than never wanting to be home because the way it looks, or you're not satisfied with how things are in the home. Speaking of home, how is your husband doing? How is he doing? How are you treating him? Obviously, relationship improves as time go by. Have it improved better to better? And yeah, it should be improving to better, because we don't do worse here. We improve for better. We improve for better. We don't improve for worse. But I pray that your relationship with your husband has improved to much, much better. Right now we are doing good. You know, every marriage have their own obstacles, but as long as we put God first, then everything will be resolved. So that's why I wanted to talk about spirituality first, because if that's not in order, then there's no point of this whole video. There's no point of asking you how you're doing. There's no point of asking you what you're doing 5 years from now. But anyways, spiritual-wise, we have no choice but to improve our spirituality, get better with God, get closer to God, for we are Christ followers. So I also wanted to ask, how is your business doing? VoyageFlower, 5 years from now, I know most people will be expecting me to want like a storefront, but I guess I want a storefront, but not the typical storefront where I'm selling my products in a store. I want a storefront where I have like a spa included, like where I have certain services being done at the place. I don't want to have just a place where I'm just selling soaps and skincare products. I want people to come in and actually get things done, like if they want a facial, spa, massages. I feel like that's the only thing I'll be able to offer, since I'm not into nail care or any of the other stuff. So it'll be more of like a facial spa or body spa or like massages, something like that. If I can I also want to incorporate with my relationship with God as a Christ follower into my storefront. So I want so this is business related plans for my future. If I do, when I not if, you know, we gotta speak things into existence. We speak life, we don't speak death or negativity. But anyways, so my plan, it doesn't have to, I mean, yeah, this 5 years from now, I want a storefront, but not the typical storefront where you're just selling your products. People come in and buy and go. I want to have a relaxation section of that store where you can get your facial done, your massages. I also want a section in our store where I can hold, or where we can, as women, can hold a Bible study, specifically for women, not men. So I want somewhere where we can come together and empower each other. And what's a better way to empower each other than getting closer to God? Come on now. There's no better way to empower each other than getting closer to God, discussing God, and you know. But yeah, I want to hold one section of that is gonna be like a Bible study. It could be something that can be held, like, you know how some bars or some restaurant have like an open mic night where someone comes and, you know, does jokes or poetry or whatever. It's an open mic, open to anyone who wants to showcase whatever they have to showcase. For my store, I want to have not something similar to that, but the same concept where, like, every night each week, women gather to empower each other through the Word of God. And we can use all the resources that I have attained throughout my 5 years, or actually the past more than that, because I've been doing this for a while, but throughout my years, and other women can also bring whatever resources, skills, knowledge they have gained throughout their years, and we can use that to, you know, help each other grow. But yeah, that's what I want to do. So it's going to be 3 sections. One section, the front will have my products, and then we'll have sections where we have certain places in the store where you can get your massages and your facials done. And then we'll have another separate room where we come to empower each other, and you know, that was actually pretty detailed. I never told anyone this, but yeah, that's what I want 5 years from now, God willing. God willing, that's what I want 5 years from now. That's my goal for my business. And obviously I'll still have the e-commerce, like the online selling, generating my profit from online and stuff like that. Yeah, that's this is, I'm not expecting this to blow up as fast as I want it to, or as fast as you see other brands blowing up. I want to take my time with this, and God willing, one day it will blow up. But I want to take my time with this, because this is not just for me. This is for my future offspring. This is for my offspring. This is something that I'll be able to give to my offsprings, you know, my children, and be like, hey, here's something that I worked on almost my whole life. Take care of it and continue to have it grow, and you know, let it help you in any way that it could. This is, I'm trying to build a generational wealth here, you know. So, and when I say blow up, I mean like those companies who go viral and then the owner has to take a break because they're so overwhelmed with the work. I don't want that. I want to take my time. Like, give me enough sales for my business to keep running, and you know, have a lot of have some profits, but also give me time to improve on my products, improve on my marketing skills, improve on my, you know, customer service skills. So I want to have some time to improve on those things. You know, I want a steady business. I don't want a business that goes up and has a terrible decline because they couldn't keep up with the demand, or because this is a one-woman running show. So I don't want to ever be in a position where I'm not able to keep up with the demands. I want to be able to always be somewhat in control. Like, I like to handwrite my thank you notes to all my customers. I never want to get to a point where I'm too busy to handwrite my customer a thank you card. So I want some comfortness in knowing that, I want some, you know, some space in, you know, being able to do exactly what I want for my customers, like writing them a handwritten note. I want to still be able to do that regardless of how, you know, regardless of how big I get or how big my business grows. That's one thing I always want to do. You know, I'll have people working for me and stuff, but my priority would be writing a thank you note, making sure the products are, the quality is good. But yeah, I don't want to compromise that quality and service. That's one thing I will not compromise, regardless of how big my business grows. But anyways, how is the business going? How has it grown? Are you keeping up with demands? Have you opened the storefront and working on a few of those things? I know those 3 things can come up right away. It takes time for them to be put into place, like the spa. You have to hire people who can do facial spas and body spas, like a mud bath, or like, I don't know, things like that. You have to hire professionals for that. Also the Bible study, you have to create a community, build relationship with people, with women, so that they're comfortable enough to come and join you on that journey of growing with God and inspiring each other. So how far are you with that? God willing, you're probably halfway. At least you have opened a storefront. But yeah, that's mental health. I already touched on the mental health. Make sure you take care of yourself. Do things that you like doing. I know some people say, oh, you're a mother now, you probably don't get to enjoy yourself anymore. Like, what do you mean by enjoyment? Like, why you enjoy might not be the same thing that I enjoy, you know. I like gardening, like I already said. I like going out to dinners with my friends. I like spending time with my family and friends. So that's what I enjoy doing. And I like journals, writing journals for myself. I actually need to get back to that. Last time I wrote something in my journal was like probably a couple weeks ago, but I need to get back to that because it kind of also improves and helps my mental health. It makes me feel relaxed and I don't know, it makes me feel relaxed. But yeah, I think that's about all the things. I touched on all the things, and I hope this video is less than 30. Oh shoot, it's more than 30 minutes, but that's okay. What do I want to ask? Yeah, how is your hair doing? Because I know after I had a child, I had a couple breakage, and it hasn't been easy keeping up with the hair care. I have kind of you know, I kind of gave up on that portion of my life of like hair care and stuff. But I have improved on hair care. I'm taking care of my hair quite more often. You know, I try to take the time to do my own hair when I'm doing my daughter's hair. So we both have like a hair day. So it's a day dedicated to just taking care of our hair, washing our hair, styling it, and anything, like all sorts, anything that's related to hair. So me and my daughter have that time of, you know, she will play around my hair and I'll do her hair. But do you still have that going? Because that's also part of my mental health. I enjoy spending time with her doing that. But anyways, yeah, how's your hair journey doing? You've been natural for a while, so I hope you still kept your hair that way. And I try not to straighten my hair, and if I do it like once a year. Are you still doing it once a year, or do you not do it at all? Because honestly, it's been 3 years since I straightened my hair, so yeah. How is your skin doing? Come on now, we are in a skincare business, so of course I'm gonna ask you, how is your skin doing? um has it improved? I mean, there's always room for improvement, so it's not like, oh, right now my skin is perfect or whatever. Like, there's always room for improvement. So has your skin improved? And if it has, what way has it improved? Speaking of your skin, this goes into taking care of yourself. Are you exercising? Are you doing some stretching and all that stuff? Like, how is your health, physical health doing? Because right now I'm inconsistent with my physical health, and I don't mean like, being sick or anything. I mean like exercising. I'm doing good on eating the right food. I've been doing a thing where if my plate doesn't have all the combinations that I want, I'm kind of not satisfied with the food. So I want my plate to have all the proteins, the grains, the vegetables, stuff like that. A combination of all the nutrients that my body needs. And they're all home cooked. So, every once in a while we do order something if we're on a road or something. So I'm not saying like the whole year round I eat homemade healthy food. No. Every once in a while I do go to Culver's, or what's the other place that I like? Chick-fil-A, or this taco place. Those are the three places that I really go out to, or this Ethiopian restaurant. But yeah, every once in a while that happens. That goes into going out with friends and all that stuff. But anyways, I hope you're continuing to eat healthy, drink more water. Water is not an issue. We drink a lot of water, sis. Like, we drink a lot of water. I don't think, unless it's like an event, then we'll drink some sugary stuff. But 90% of my time I'm drinking water. I'm not into sugary drinks. I'm not a sweet tooth person. I'm more of a savory, salty type of person. But anyways, water intake. Hopefully we're not having issues with that. You're getting old, so make sure you keep up with, drinking water and eating healthy and exercising. But YouTube, how is your YouTube going? Are you still making videos? Do you still have time to make videos? Like, where are you on YouTube? Like, what have you grown on YouTube? And when I say grow, obviously as time goes by you do gain a couple subscribers, but I mean, like, have your filming improved? The quality of your videos, the sound system of your video, do you have any new equipment? Because for years now you've been using your phone, your little Samsung phone that's been your camera for a while? Are you still using your phone to film? Honestly, if it's not broken, then don't fix it. I'm pretty much satisfied with using my phone. The quality is great. The voice system is great. The sound system is great. But if you had a little extra to invest on a good camera, and you took that opportunity, which I would if it was presented, what kind of camera did you buy? I mean, 5 years from now, there's probably new gadgets in town, but let me know what kind of equipment you're using. Right now, just my phone and ring light, but I think that's all I have for YouTube. How are your Voyagers After Hour? Have you changed that into a different name? Voyagers After Hour. I don't know. I feel like a couple years from now, I might change that name into something else. I feel like people are associate with after hour with like drinking and partying and going out and stuff, but I associate after hour as like relaxation and unwinding and like you know taking time to reflect on how your day was and what your next day is gonna be like, and just relaxing, not working because it's the after hours. It's after working hours. I basically, I after hour Voyages After Hour is basically just the unwinding part of my business. The like I'm done working on my business for the day. Now I'm gonna sit and chat, have a little liquid to drink, have a little something to hydrate my body, reflect, and stuff like that. Just it has nothing to do with alcohol drinking and partying and all that stuff. So if you have that if you thought that was the Voyagers After Hour, or if you thought that was what that was, no, it's not. It's definitely a little less subtle than that. But have you changed the name? Because right now it doesn't bother me. Maybe it will bother you later on, but I doubt it will, because I thought of it for a little bit before I actually made it into a Voyager After Hour. Picked that name. Are you still doing Voyagers After Hours, like the lives, the live chats and stuff, and the giveaway? My plan right now is doing at least one giveaway per month, where I give someone, a new customer, a chance to experience my products. So are you still doing that? Let me know if you are. But that's it in regards to my business and YouTube. But yeah, I pray that I pray that I get to watch this video 5 years from now and actually look back to it and answer these questions, because nothing is in our hands. Everything is in God's hands. So God willing, I experience a couple more years in my life and get to answer these questions, because no one knows what tomorrow brings. But yeah, that's it. Whatever you're doing, anyways, yeah, that's it. That's all the questions I have for you. That's all the questions I have for you, lady. But I pray that you're doing really well where you are right now. But that's it. I don't know how to say goodbye to myself. It's not really a goodbye. I'll see you. I see you. You know, I see you in 5 years, I guess, if that makes any sense. But anyways, yeah. So guys, now I'm talking to my subscribers. I'm not talking to you anymore, lady. Go away. Like, go do something else. Probably a busy lady at this point. Go do something else. But right now, we're done. We're done with the video. We're done with the portion of me talking to you. Now I'm talking to my subscribers who are still watching, I hope. But anyways, that is all for my video, guys. You don't have to do like a video. You don't have to do like a video time capsule. You can write a journal. You can write something that you might open up 5 years from now and read, and and it doesn't have to be questions. It could be something inspiring, something you telling your 5-year older self, something to tell them, an advice, or whatever you want to tell your 5-year older self, and you don't have to be in your 20s to do this. You could be 18 and tell your 5-year and telling your 20-something year old, something. I don't know. But anyways, my sweet child woke up. But yeah, that is all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that it inspires you to write something down for your 5-year-old self, for your 5-year older self, or do a video for your 5-year older self. But yeah, that is all for this video today. I thank you so much for watching. Continue to love, and I'll see you in my next video. Amahoro.